understand your offer to the point where you don't, like, you seem like the coach or the consultant inside of the business.
I do want to ask you, like, if you could, because we talked about a lot of different mindset hacks and tips when it comes to this sales game.
Right.
If you could line up like your top 3 sales tips, what would those tips look like?
Yeah. The first thing is listen. Listen to your customer and listen to your lead and understand the reasons why they booked the call with you. The second thing is understand your offer to the point where you don't, like, you seem like the coach or the consultant inside of the business. And then 3 is don't stutter throughout your calls, because once you seem like you're hesitant about the offer, the person loses trust on that call in order to buy. So I'll say listen, understand your offer, and I'll say, like, really just don't stutter. Like, really learn it to the T, and that way you feel confident in what you're selling.
That's big. That third one is big.
Yeah.
Because I've even, like, when I first got onto an offer, I noticed times where you start to just kind of stutter or say,
yeah, or you don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah. You just start kind of like just word vomiting. So that's a big tip. And of course, you know, the listening, everything on there is solid tips. I definitely enjoyed you, bro. And you know, kind of piggybacking off what you said, you did mention earlier, like, kind of like knowing the offer. And I think you mentioned even, like, at one point you were a student of an offer. Would you advise that, like, in order for a lot of these new remote closers these days, do they need to, like, how do they know the offer like that? Like, do they need to become the student? Like,
there's 2 different ways you could do it. So if you've ever bought a program online and you've seen results, you should mention that to the business owner and be like, hey, I've gotten these amazing results. Is there any way I could help you in selling this program? That's one way to get that client. The second way is that you can do outreach and find a client, but the best way that you're gonna understand the offer is taking time to get the course or the product that you're selling and being a student inside of it. So, like, for me, I didn't understand the offer of Amazon because I never did it. So I took 2 weeks into, like, my sales game and just things like that to actually try it out. I didn't care about the money. I wanted to understand the business so much to the point where if a customer asked me a question on what I was selling them, I knew every answer. So I did 2 weeks of selling on Amazon. And then I was like, yo, this works. I know the problems that people face inside of this business, and I went through it myself, made sales, and it made me more confident in selling the actual offer itself.
That's good advice. That's big advice. Transitioning to the end of the show.